Picture this. You wake up, grab your phone, and are immediately flooded with notifications, emails, and the pressure of the day ahead. Before you even set foot out of bed, the world is already pulling you in 1,000 directions. Sound familiar? Now imagine a different start. Imagine waking up grounded, clear about what matters most, and prepared to face whatever comes your way. This isn't a fantasy. It's a reality you can create by applying the principles of Stoicism to your daily life. The ancient Stoics weren't just philosophers, they were practitioners. They designed their lives around principles that helped them thrive in uncertain and challenging times. Today, their wisdom is more relevant than ever. In this video, we'll explore 7 Stoic-inspired habits that can transform the way you approach your day, your challenges, and your goals. These aren't abstract ideas. They're practical tools you can start using immediately. Let's dive in. Number 1. Start your day with purpose. Every morning is a blank slate. The way you choose to begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. But let's be honest, how often do we let the morning slip away in a haze of scrolling, rushing, and reacting? Without clarity, we're like a ship drifting aimlessly at sea. Seneca captured this perfectly when he said, "If a person doesn't know to which port they sail, no wind is favorable." In other words, if you don't have a clear destination, even the strongest effort won't get you anywhere meaningful. So how do you start your day with purpose? It begins with intention. Before the chaos of the day takes over, take a moment to ask yourself, what truly matters today? This isn't about creating a massive to-do list. It's about identifying the 1 or 2 things that align with your long-term goals and values. Think of these as your ports, the destinations that give your day direction. Imagine someone juggling a demanding job and a side hustle. Without a clear focus, they might spend hours reacting to minor issues at work, only to realize they've neglected their passion project. A Stoic approach would look different. Each morning, they would define their priorities. Perhaps it's dedicating 1 hour to writing a blog post or connecting with a potential client. By focusing on what truly matters, they can make meaningful progress, even in the midst of a busy schedule. But purpose isn't just about productivity. It's about living intentionally. Maybe your purpose today is to spend quality time with your family, or to simply rest and recharge. The key is to decide, not drift. Because when you start your day with purpose, you reclaim control over your time and energy. Number 2. Embrace discomfort with gratitude. Let's talk about discomfort. In today's world, we've been conditioned to avoid it at all costs. We choose convenience over challenge, comfort over growth. But here's the truth. The things we avoid are often the things we need most. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, understood this deeply. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the obstacle is the path. This mindset flips our perspective on challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, we see them as opportunities. Think about the last time you faced a tough situation, a demanding project, a difficult conversation, or even a workout that pushed you to your limits. How did you feel afterward? Chances are you felt stronger, more capable, and maybe even a little proud. That's the power of embracing discomfort. Let me give you an example. Imagine you've just been assigned a major project at work. It's overwhelming, and your first instinct might be to procrastinate or complain. But what if instead you approached it with gratitude? You could say to yourself, "This is an opportunity to sharpen my skills. to prove to myself what I'm capable of. By leaning into the challenge, you not only complete the project, you grow in the process. This principle applies to physical challenges too. Whether it's a tough workout, a cold shower, or a hike in challenging conditions, discomfort builds resilience. The Stoics often practiced voluntary discomfort, fasting, walking in the cold, or sleeping on the floor, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they understood its value. It reminded them that they could endure hardship and that true happiness isn't tied to external comforts. The next time you face discomfort, pause and reframe it. Instead of resisting, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? By embracing discomfort with gratitude, you transform it into a tool for growth. Number 3, focus only on what you can control. Let's face it, much of our stress comes from worrying about things we can't control. Whether it's the outcome of a job interview, the weather ruining your plans, or someone else's opinion of you, we often waste precious energy on things that are entirely out of our hands. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This principle is incredibly freeing. It means that no matter what happens around you, you always have a choice in how you respond. Take a moment to think about something that's been stressing you out lately. Now ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, focus on what you can do. Let's make this practical. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. You can't control the traffic, and stressing about it won't change the situation. What you can control is your mindset. Instead of fuming, you might use the time to listen to a podcast, practice deep breathing, or even plan your opening remarks for the meeting. By shifting your focus to what you can control, you not only reduce stress, you take back your power. This habit isn't about passivity, it's about clarity. When you stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable, you free up mental and emotional resources to focus on what truly matters. Over time, this practice becomes second nature. You'll find yourself letting go of frustrations more easily and approaching challenges with a sense of calm and purpose. It's not always easy to let go, but remember, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. Each time you choose to focus on what you can control, you take another step toward the strength and serenity that Stoicism offers. Number 4, practice mindful reflection. Life moves fast, and in the chaos of our daily routines, it's easy to lose sight of our actions and their consequences. At the end of the day, how often do we stop to ask ourselves, did I live today in alignment with my values? Did I focus on what truly matters? For the Stoics, reflection wasn't just a helpful practice, it was essential for growth. Seneca emphasized this when he wrote, I will keep constant watch over myself and, most usefully, will put each day up for review. For this is what makes us evil, that none of us looks back upon our own lives. Mindful reflection is about more than just glancing back at the day. It's about deliberately examining your actions, choices, and thoughts to understand where you succeeded and where you fell short. This process isn't about judgment or guilt. It's about learning and improving. Imagine you've just finished a busy day. You worked hard, checked off your tasks, and maybe even hit a big milestone. But when you reflect, you realize that despite your productivity, you snapped at a loved one or let a moment of frustration cloud your judgment. These moments are opportunities for insight. You might think, why did I react that way? What could I have done differently? Reflection turns your experiences, good and bad, into lessons. For a modern Stoic, this practice might involve keeping a journal. Before bed, take a few minutes to write about your day. What went well? What didn't? Did you stay true to your values? If not, what can you do differently tomorrow? This simple habit can lead to profound growth over time. Mindful reflection also helps you identify patterns. Maybe you notice that certain situations always leave you feeling stressed or reactive. Once you're aware of these triggers, you can start to address them. Reflection isn't just about looking back. It's about setting the stage for a better tomorrow. Number 5. Take action, no matter how small. In a world obsessed with perfection, it's easy to fall into the trap of overthinking. We tell ourselves we'll start that project once we've done more research or wait for the perfect moment to take the first step. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting only leads to inaction. Epictetus offered a powerful reminder. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. This principle is about closing the gap between intention and action. It's not enough to think about what you want to achieve or to talk about your goals. What matters is taking consistent, deliberate steps, no matter how small. Consider someone who wants to write a book. They might spend months outlining ideas, researching topics, and talking about their ambitions. But if they never put pen to paper, they'll never write a single page. The Stoic approach would be to start small. Write one sentence today, then another tomorrow. Over time, those small actions add up, and before you know it, you've written a chapter. The same applies to any goal. Want to get in shape? Start with a 10-minute walk. Want to improve your relationships? Send a thoughtful message to a friend or family member. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. Each small step moves you closer to your goal, and every action reinforces the habit of showing up. Taking action isn't just about achieving results, it's about building momentum. When you act, you prove to yourself that you're capable and that confidence fuels further action. Remember, the only failure is inaction. So, whatever it is you've been putting off, start today. Start small, but start. Number 6. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude might not be the first thing you associate with Stoicism, but it's deeply embedded in the philosophy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It reminds us that even in the midst of challenges, there is always something to be thankful for. In the modern world, it's easy to get caught up in comparison. Social media bombards us with images of others' successes, possessions, and perfect lives. But Stoicism teaches us to look inward, not outward. Instead of dwelling on what others have, take a moment to appreciate what you have. Maybe it's the support of a loved one, the opportunity to learn something new, or simply the fact that you woke up this morning. Practicing gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude also transforms the way we approach challenges. When you face a setback, instead of dwelling on the frustration, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? By finding gratitude in every situation, you cultivate resilience and a deeper appreciation for life's journey. Number 7. Live in the present moment. The Stoics understood that the present moment is all we ever truly have. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This simple yet profound advice reminds us that dwelling on the past or worrying about the future only distracts us from the life unfolding right now. Think about how often we let the present slip away. We replay past mistakes, imagining how we could have done things differently. Or we project ourselves into the future, worrying about things that may never happen. Meanwhile, the present, the only moment we can truly act upon, passes us by. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or neglecting the future. It means recognizing that the past is unchangeable and the future is uncertain. The only time you have control over is now. So, instead of lamenting what you can't change or fearing what might come, focus on what you can do today. This mindset can be as simple as savoring a meal without distractions, fully listening to a friend during a conversation, or immersing yourself in a task without checking your phone every 5 minutes. It's about being where you are, fully and completely. Living in the present also helps reduce anxiety. When you find yourself worrying, pause and ask, "Is this something I need to deal with right now?" Often, the answer is no. By redirecting your attention to the present, you free yourself from the weight of unnecessary concerns. We've covered 7 powerful habits inspired by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, each designed to help you navigate modern life with clarity, resilience, and purpose. These aren't just philosophical ideas, they're practical tools to help you cut through the noise, take meaningful action, and find peace amidst life's chaos. The beauty of these habits lies in their simplicity. They don't require you to overhaul your life or adopt an entirely new philosophy overnight. You can start small. Choose one habit and commit to practicing it today. Then build on that foundation. Over time, you'll notice a profound shift, not just in how you approach your day, but in how you live your life. The Stoics weren't perfect, and neither are we. What matters is not perfection, but progress. Each day is an opportunity to realign with your values, to grow stronger, and to move closer to the person you aspire to be. As you go forward, remember this: life will never be free of challenges, but with the principles of Stoicism, you'll have the tools to face them with courage, clarity, and grace. So take these habits, make them your own, and let them guide you toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. And if this resonates with you, I encourage you to reflect on how these habits can make a difference in your life. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue this journey together. Until next time, remember, the Stoic path isn't about achieving perfection. It's about striving to live better, one day at a time. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it to spread the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future videos on Stoic living and personal growth. Thank you for watching, and I wish you strength on your journey.